Best karma stories. Let's hear them. For me, being my betrayal is relatively fresh and karma hasn't hit, but I do hear she is gaining a bunch of weight. Like a lot. She doesn't have anyone close to her anymore. Pretty much alone. Me and my ex-husband don't come from much money. Everything we earned in life we had to fight tooth and nail. He ended up getting a really nice car and suddenly turned into an egomaniac, for once not being the broke loser. He ended up becoming a serial cheater, and I was none the wiser. At the time, I was submitting resumes for him for the major transit company in our city, with resumes I drafted for him because his old resume looked like it was written by a child. Anyways, I end up finding out about the cheating and dump him around my birthday weekend. Pretty sure he was out screwing a hooker on my birthday, but he got busted driving drunk on his way back. Went to jail, pled guilty to a DUI, lost his license, lost his car. It was leased and he could no longer afford it. Best of all, the transit company reached out to him 2 days later. That's a bust. Last I heard, he's living with his mom and getting around town on a skateboard. Meanwhile, I've moved on, with a high-paying job, studying for a career that we had both planned on doing together, and in a way better car than the one he had. I'm fighting the urge to wave hi to him on his skateboard on his route home. My husband of 7 years cheated on me, and then discarded me and our unborn daughter when I was 28 weeks pregnant. He stated he would try to stay and work it out if the baby was a boy, but he had no interest since she was a girl. In the divorce paperwork, he didn't even request visitation. I had put up with 7 years of financial abuse, gaslighting, and infidelity. So, I hired the best lawyer in our city, and she nailed him to the wall. We took him to court, and I was awarded a large lump sum alimony payment, payable within 60 days. Meanwhile, the gal he cheated with reported to him at work. Lots of people at his company had huge issues with his infidelity and his decision to abandon his daughter and date his coworker. One day, about a week before the lump sum was due to me, a lady who worked with him called me up and told me he had been strutting around like a rooster that morning because the CEO had asked to video conference with him unexpectedly. He told everyone his talent had finally been recognized and he was getting a promotion. Instead, the CEO fired him. They took his security badge and laptop and escorted him from the building. And immediately afterward, they went over to his girlfriend's desk and told her she could gather her things and get out too. He freaked out and tried to get out of paying the lump sum since he was no longer employed, but the court stood firm. I was awarded the massive lump sum alimony payment, plus 50% of the rest of our assets, which were not inconsequential. I moved back to my hometown to be near my family to raise my little girl. I met a wonderful man. I've remarried and he has since adopted my little girl. With the money I received from my divorce, I purchased several investment properties and put them all in a trust for my daughter. Me, my husband, and my daughter live a wonderful, simple life. We are both self-employed and work about 20 hours a week. We spend lots of quality time with our daughter. We took her to Disney World twice so far. She is surrounded by my family who all adore her.